I'll never stop anyone from going to school and learning. I think learning is the most powerful. They can't take that away from you.
Yeah.
Like knowledge is power.
Yeah, when you stop learning, you stop growing.
Exactly, man. I mean, that's literally what I would say in my business. You can ask my brother this and stuff. I would say to our workers or our guys and stuff, I was like, if you're not growing, you're dying. Right?
I would agree.
Yeah. Now, don't grow to a fault. Obviously, I mean, don't like do crazy shit to like, don't do, evil shit to grow, but find ways, I got that started from the gym a little bit, like there's some way to add a little volume somewhere, an extra rep, an extra set here, a little heavier, 5 pounds or something like that. But it's kind of true. If you're not growing, you're dying. But shake and bake, if you're not first, you're last. Right. But with the women, right, it's kind of funny since I think this happened somewhere in 2014, 2015, where women became the majority in colleges. It happened around that time. Before that, it was like, if you look at the media, it was crazy. Like, you have to pay off your college debt. You have to go to college, right?
Yeah, I mean, to.
Yeah, you had to, right? I mean, it's the only debt that can't be erased from basically bankruptcy, right? Any type of bankruptcy. So outside of death, right? Thank God they never passed a law where they could pass the debt along to your family member. They tried to and stuff. Because one of the things they were trying to do is like they were trying to pass a death tax, and luckily under Trump they didn't allow that. But
was it like 55%?
Yeah, it was like 55%. As soon as you die, they cut your assets up. I mean, it's basically just to allow all this real estate to go everywhere, right? But imagine getting taxed all your life. You paid taxes on everything, and now you got to pay taxes again after you die. And then your kids have to sell off like family properties, because a lot of people, like most people, when they die, they just have like one house paid off. That's it, or maybe like a car. Imagine you have to sell your family house. Like, where are you going to pull? Like, imagine you guys maybe have $30,000 in savings maximum, and then literally the house is $1 million, so you got to pay $555,000 in taxes.
Yeah, it's insane.
You're going to sell the property off, and then on top of that, with the fees you're going to pay to the real estate agent, this and that, closing, all these costs and stuff. You're going to be left with like $300 and some change thousand to $400,000 on $1 million property, and you basically got jacked. You got taken for a fucking 65% ride. What the fuck is that shit?
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I mean, and that's the interesting thing is, the average individual, what they make, the average person is like somewhere around 40,
50.
Yeah, somewhere in there. I mean, so they're wrecked.
Yeah, totally wrecked and stuff like that. And then on top of that, one thing they were planning on doing is if that death tax passed, they were going to pass these further ones where they were going to start transmitting debt from generation to generation. That's some of the evilest shit. Like they were trying to do, because like what they're trying to do right now is they're trying to get rid of the 1041 exchange and stuff, which in real estate, which is basically you sell a property, you will pay no taxes on it, but you have 1 year to buy a property of equal or more value. So you can continue the debt cycle, right? So the way you get out of the debt cycle, shout out to Robert Kiyosaki, but the way you get out of the debt cycle is you die, and then the debt doesn't get passed on, and then so that debt burden is gone.
Yeah, well, isn't that like that fuels the fractional banking that we're under right
now? Yes,
right?
Of course.
That's 100%. I mean, so that's the whole problem with fractional banking. I think I agree with you 100%. When you die, I mean, that's it. That's done. It's over.
It's over.
And so, I'm from Texas, okay, and so they've got some rules in there, especially when it comes to real estate. You can check out the Lady Bird Johnson bill. And so if you're in Texas, you can check that out. If you got older family members, you can actually transfer that property. They're both listed on the title, but you skirt around that, keeps it out of probate and everything.
Nice.
And so that's the good thing about places like that is, there's opportunities like that to escape that. But I think that the average individual, where we're headed right now, is they're going to get wrecked.
Yeah.
I mean, the middle class has already been gutted, man. Let's just face it. I mean, there is a liquidity problem in this country, in my opinion, because I'll run 2 construction businesses, man. I see it on the day to day. I mean,
and you're abnormal. You have like multiple businesses and stuff. That means you're working your fucking ass off and stuff.
Yeah. And so that's the whole thing with like, obviously, year in, year out, you hear, there's going to be a recession. There's going to be this, there's going to be that. But I will say this, that, right now, if you're going to be any kind of success and run any kind of business, you have to do more with less.
Yes. Yeah.
And see, that's where and that's why I kind of like these times when it cools off a little bit, the economy, because the simple fact is it gets rid of all the trash. It takes the trash out for me.
Yeah. It's sort of like in when you're a farmer and stuff, that frost saves you money because it gets rid of a lot of these insects. It's a pesticide. It's really, that's usually what at least in capitalism, that's what it's there for, is like, these recessions and the belly ups and stuff. Basically, it's there to basically have new companies come up, or like the existing ones to dominate and get more powerful, basically. But